What's going on, guys and gals? Daniel here from guide2vaping.com and vapindemon.com. Today I'm not going to be talking to you about e-liquid per se. We're actually going to be talking about Earl Grey tea. Now the two do kind of intermingle, and you'll understand here in a second when we start talking about the Hipster Vape company. Alright, so before Harold and I get down to the business of this video, a couple of fun small stories to tell you. Firstly, this is probably about take 85 of trying to make this video, because apparently I'm too stupid to realise that putting 2 4-packs of batteries either side of my microphone cord is going to screw up my sound. True story. And the second one is how the e-liquid we're going to talk about today ended up on my desk. Right. So for this story, we're going to shoot back in time a couple of weeks to Vapor Slam 2 in North Carolina. We've been walking around the convention centre for a few hours, going to each individual table, talking to everybody, and it was getting to that part of the day where, you know, you've vaped so much stuff that you can't taste anything anymore, where your tongue is so dry you need some electrolyte water to pick you back up a little bit. And I was walking through there and I got hit in the face with the smell of Earl Grey tea. Now, I'm English, I know what Earl Grey tea smells like from a mile away. And here I am in the middle of a vape convention, I can smell it. So, I was like, yay, drinks! Head in that direction. So I walked round the corner and I was kind of disappointed when, rather than seeing a kettle and teapot sitting in front of me, I was hit in the face full force by a vape cannon. Now, if you don't know what a vape cannon is, it's basically a little bucket with a bag on the end. You pull it and poof! Out pops O-rings. There was the Earl Grey. I was like, holy cow. I was standing in front of the Vaporite booth and Hipster Vapes. So I immediately decided that whatever I just got hit with, I had to buy. So I bought 2 bottles. Dropped one of my business cards on the table. I'm not even thinking about it because I've been doing it all morning. Walked away. I was like, okay, when I get back to the office on Monday, I'll do a review on this. By the time Monday came, the 2 bottles I bought were already gone. There were 2 bottles of Dickibo. I'd gone through them. Well, not just me, I had help from several other people. So I was sad, and I was about to sit down and place an order with the company. And I just happened to open up my email, and I had an email from the wholesale manager from Hipster Vapes and Vaporite. Like, hey, we noticed your card on our table. Do you want to do a review for us? I was like, I was about to place an order, so when I get it in, I'll be more than happy to. 2 days later, I didn't just have 1 package on my doorstep, I had 2. One's for a couple of bottles from the Vaporite line, and the other box had this in there. Right, this is a metal can. It's actually a tea can. Seriously. Inside there were lots of fun things to look at, play with, and vape. Let's jump down and see what was inside the can. Alright, so inside the sample pack can, which I can use for storing e-liquid or tea when it's finished, there were a couple of cards, some stickers, and 5 15ml sample bottles. I've put them in order here so you can run along them with me, and also so it's easy for me to talk about each one individually. Right, we have the Stash, the Dickibo, the Bowler, the Fixie, and the Costello. Now, I'm sure you're going to notice in between cuts in this video that the Costello is getting lower and lower, and that's because I am vaping it right now. That is actually my 2nd bottle of that particular liquid. You'll understand why in a second. Now, the main reason I was initially drawn to this line is the Dickibo. This bottle right here, 2nd one along. Right, it is, their description is vape with style and finesse with this obscure blend of bright tropical fruit and a distinguished finish of Earl Grey tea. Now, when I can be walking around in the convention centre and the smell of Earl Grey hits me in the face, they're onto a winner. When you mix the flavour of the Earl Grey with the tropical fruits that they put in there, It is absolutely phenomenal. That's a word that apparently I use quite a lot when I'm talking about juice that I really like. Dickeybo and Castello are my two favourites in this line so far. We'll talk about the other ones. Stash is a brightly brisk concoction of peaches, berries and tea, brewed to perfection with a hint of sweetness. Yep, it's a peach and berry tea. There's nothing special that jumps out from the description. They've actually described it right. It is literally a peach tea. Right, Bowler is a nutty, savoury, sweet, delicately balanced melange of delicious waffle flavour. Who doesn't like waffles? Seriously. They're good to eat, they're good to vape. Fixie. You might notice that this bottle is almost all the way empty. It is my number 3. As soon as I'm finished with this video, I'm actually ordering some more of this stuff, just so you guys know. Right, Fixie is a seductive marriage of watermelon and strawberry with a sprinkling of enticing pineapple that keeps the love going strong. Now, I am a lover of strawberry vapes and watermelon vapes. When they put the two together with the pineapple that's in here, it's tasty. Now, onto the Castello, the thing that I'm vaping right now, and I just can't get this flavour out of my mouth. It's a sweet and sour explosion of lemon, lime, cherry and lively berries, fresh from the harvest to your mouth. Now, I have in the past had several vapes that I've called vape tongue fixers. They are flavours that are powerful enough to reset your taste buds, and normally they have something really tart in there. This really is a sweet and sour explosion. When you're vaping on this, it feels like you've got some kind of juicy candy in your mouth and you just cannot stop salivating. Just before we jump back up to top view, I want you to pay attention to these labels. Right. From the front, they look as though they are extremely busy. Now, the reason for this is the label is only halfway around the bottle. So all the information that you need, you can see as you look at it. It's the same way with the big ones, but I have to admit, all the information that's there is easy to read and it jumps out at you. My favourite part on these bottles is down at the bottom here. It says batch number. Now, each bottle has a batch number on it, and each batch number is represented back at the lab by reports on everything that you need to know about the manufacturing of that specific batch and of that specific bottle. If you have a problem with it, they can tell you exactly when it was made, who it was made by, and what ingredients were put into there. It helps out you as a consumer, it helps out them as a company. Another thing that I love about this is you can actually use those batch numbers to go and look at everything that you could possibly want to know about the liquid. This is a company that cares about their consumers. They want you to be sure enough of their product that you will happily keep on buying it for the next however many years. I know that this is going to be a company that I'm going to be buying from regularly. And we're back up here again. So, I actually feel like I'm underdressed for doing this review. I feel like I should actually be wearing a dicky bow and possibly even a top hat. Why not, right? Apparently I've got some no audio thing popping up right now. This is what I've been competing with for the last couple of hours. My computer hates me today. Right, so, as I told you while we were down and dirty, I am currently vaping on the Castello. And it is glorious. There we go with that salivating thing again. It's literally like you just put a juicy fruit in your mouth and started chomping on it. You know that what I'm talking about there. Right. These bottles, whether you get the 15ml sample packs or the 30ml, big boys, they all come in unicorns. I guess they understand that vapors really don't have time to be drip, drip, dripping. Just take that cap off and squirt it in there. I don't use a small device. I use a big boy. I like unicorn bottles. I still have a place in my heart for drippers, but unicorns are the way to go. Yeah, as you just saw a second ago, this stuff can be kind of cloudy. thick, absolutely amazing clouds with lots of flavour. This is the same for every single one of these e-liquids. Normally, I'm not a fan of waffle vapes. I'm not. I like eating my waffles. There are a lot of people that like vaping the waffles. Normally, not a fan. This stuff right here, definitely a fan. It's one of only 2 waffle vapes that I've ever had that I like. The other one was a blueberry waffle. Berry in the middle there. Alright, $1 billion question time. Why would I recommend this e-liquid to you guys? Now, I can think of 4 or 5 reasons, so we're just going to break them down real fast. Alright, the first one. They are not afraid to try flavours that other companies aren't mass producing. Right? Yes, you have a waffle vape in there, but how many companies can you say right now are making e-liquids with Earl Grey? Right? Not many. There are a handful of companies that are putting tea lines out there. Right? Second one, they caught my attention. Right? All the graphics and artwork, and the fact that they are called the Hipster Vape Company shows me that they are actually fun. They're not afraid to be made fun of. You know, hipster vapors. You say that, what you picture in your mind isn't this. We've had discussions before about hipster douchebags. These guys aren't them. I appreciate the fact that they are willing to stand there and take it on the chin. Right. Another reason why I am quite happy to sit here and tell you guys that you need to buy this stuff is the fact that they make things in small batches. This isn't mass produced, it's small batches, and they care about each batch. As I mentioned when we were down and dirty, you know, you can actually go to their website with your batch number and find out the information on it. It's diacetyl free. It doesn't contain any of the nasty things that we as vapors hate. Yay! No popcorn lung for me. Another reason that I quite happily promote them is plastic over glass. No matter how many times I drop this on the floor, it ain't gonna break. Glass company manufacturers, start making rubber glass. Just gonna throw that out there. Right. Am I happy to pay $19 a bottle for this e-liquid? Yes. Not because it's got fancy graphics on the outside of the bottles, not because it reminds me of something from my childhood, but because it tastes that good. Plain and simple. No need for crazy colours, no need for fonts that look like something that you remember from your childhood. The stuff in the bottle tastes that good. If you read my articles, you'll know that I have been on a rampage for the last couple of weeks about e-liquids being able to sell themselves on the contents. This is one of them. Sorry, I had to take a woosah break there before I ended up yelling and screaming on a e-liquid review. Don't mention trademark infringements right now. Don't mention trademark infringements right now. Woosah. Okay, we're good. I'm just going to refill here real fast. Because, yeah. Like, I'm not kidding. This is going fast. Just gonna throw this out there. Wholesale manager, if you are watching this video, I'm running out quickly. I will be placing my order shortly. Right, thinking about placing orders. He's developed a top hat and a can during the process of this video, just so you know you notice that. You want to place an order? I'm going to put the link down in the description. Also probably going to put it up around near Harold here in a second, because I'm nice like that. I want you guys to go to Hipster Vape Company and try this stuff out for yourselves. They have a sample pack, kind of like that one, that you guys can get, or you can just take my word for it and go ahead and grab the 30s. Either way, unless you have taste buds that are completely dead, you're going to enjoy it. If you like fruity vapes, go the Costello. If you like tea, get the Dicky Bow or the Stash. If you like waffles, bowl's right there. Fixie will keep you going. There isn't a single one in this line that I don't like. which is unusual. Normally there is one in a line I'm not too fond of. You know, I'll still vape it in a pinch. Not with these guys. As always, guys, I'm Daniel Hall from Guide to Vaping and the Vapin Demon. I will catch you next time.